little lamb, put away your 2 chains. This is BBC's weekly special, The Man Behind the Music, where we discuss the greatest composers and vocalists who have transformed the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Schnitzel and I'm about to take you on a journey through the life of a German composer and Baroque specialist who revolutionized music in the 18th century. Let's begin this journey as we go back to the 17th century city of Handel, Germany. On February 23rd, 1685, George Frederick Handel was born to Georg Handel and Dorothea Tust. Now most of you are sitting on your couch, scratching your head, trying to recall who this man is. Sadly, that would not be a surprise since Handel is not a household name outside of classical music. Nor is his name widespread in popular culture, such as the famous composers Beethoven or Bach. However, unlike many other Baroque composers of his time, he was widely celebrated during his lifetime. Back then, if you saw him on the streets, the average citizen would recognize Handel and stand there star-studded. So today, we're going to spark Handel's name into the modern world and let it spread rampant like a wildfire to give this musical hero the proper prominence he deserves. Here we are in Handel, Germany, right next to the birthplace of one of the greatest composers that ever lived, George Frederick Handel.
Excuse me? Who?
George Frederick Handel. We're going to go take a stroll in his home.
It's Georg Frederick Handel, and that's me. It's nice to meet you.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I'm doing a report on your life and the history of your compositions. Can I please have a quick interview with you?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Let's go. Handel, get off your phone. As a child, your father forbade you from playing music. Then how were you exposed to a variety of instruments during your youth?
Very good question. Well, I love music, and as a child I was one to break many rules, so with the help of my mother, I got to play the organ in a secretive manner, and through this I connected with every piece of music I played since then. It's my way of life now. From this I knew Handel and music were synonymous.
Amazing, incredible story. I guess those secret lessons worked off because at the age of 7, you played the organ at the Duke's Court of Weissenfels, where you impressed a masterful musician and composer teacher, Zachar. So tell me about what happened during your tenure at the Duke's Court.
This was a life-changing moment in my life. And while we were at the party, somebody picked me up and sat me down, right there, right on the organ stool. And in the middle of everyone socializing, I began to play the organ. This shocked everyone in the room. Here I met the composer and organist, Frederick William Zachar, who was impressed with my talent. So he invited me to be his pupil. Under his teaching, I mastered the organ, oboe, violin. By this time, I was 10 years old. Not only that, but he taught me all about harmony, and copying, and analyzing scores. A marvelous mentor.
So I see that you're enjoying your time in Handel, Germany, that you've been exposed to the different Wiener Schnitzelstraße.
Me and her. Dr. Arby and I have been going to the finest restaurants.
Such an honor to have an interview with Handel. But now back to his life story. He decided that his hometown took him as far as it could, so a move to a new musical scene was on route. The turning point of his career began in 1706 when he decided to go to the music-flourishing land of Italy. In his travels, he developed a fiery passion for Italian opera and expanded his skills in church music. During his journey, he met people who were drawn to the London music scene. This is the moment when Handel looked in the mirror and said, "There's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity waiting for me, one that would test my potential to its limit." He headed to London.
What you're now listening to is Handel's most famous piece, the Hallelujah Chorus from Messiah. Originally produced as an oratorio for Lent, Messiah was initially performed just after Easter in 1742. Since then, not only has Messiah become publicly hailed as one of the best produced oratorios of Handel's era, it has become the centerpiece of Christmas season. Part 1 of Messiah correlates with Advent, Christmas, and the life of Jesus. Part 2 of the Messiah corresponds with the holidays of Lent, Easter, and the Ascension and Pentecost. Part 3 of Messiah deals with the end of the church.
Zalo the Priest, another very famous composition by Handel, is a coronation anthem composed using the text from the King James Bible. Zalo the Priest was written along with 3 other coronation anthems for the coronation of George II of Great Britain in 1727. This anthem has been used for every English coronation since that of George II. Hence, the song has become a royal custom and emblem.
Rinaldo is an opera by George Frederick Handel, composed in 1711. It is the first Italian-language opera written exclusively for the London stage. The opera exhibited a story of love, battle, and redemption set at the time of the First Crusade, and is loosely based on Torquato Tasso's epic poem, Jerusalem Delivered.
In 1749, after suffering another stroke, Handel prepared the highly acclaimed music for the royal fireworks, under contract for George II at Green Park in celebration of the end of War of the Austrian Succession and the signing of the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle on April 27th.
Water Music, a collection of orchestral movements, premiered on July 17, 1717, when King George I had requested a concert on the River Thames. Water music is known for its highly spirited movements and dance form. It is most commonly published in 3 suites, performed by up to 50 musicians.
I have studied Handel for 23 years. I know what he likes to eat, what coutures he shops at, and even his daily schedule. So I would be glad to tell you why this man is, in my opinion, the most influential musician of all time. Many famous musicians and composers have said marvelous criticisms on this mastermind. Mozart is reputed to have said of him, "Handel understands effects better than any of us. When he chooses, he strikes like a thunderbolt." J.S. Bach apparently said, "Handel is the only person I would wish to see before I die, and the only person I would wish to be were I not Bach." The great composer Beethoven was even quoted saying that Handel was the mastermind of us all, the greatest composer that ever lived. I would uncover my head and kneel before his tomb. Beethoven emphasized above all the simplicity and popular appeal of Handel's music when he said, "Go to him and learn how to achieve great effects by such simple means."
Here you go.
Not only did the greats of classical music comment on Handel's work, a Vatican English author, Samuel Butler, said, "Handel is so great and so simple that no one but a professional musician is unable to understand him." Leah Hunt said, "Handel was the Jupiter of music. His hallelujahs open the heavens. He utters the word wonderful as if all their trumpets spoke together. If you don't take my word for it, at least listen to the reputed critics. But really, open your ears and soul, and let the music of George Frederick Handel take your psyche into complete ecstasy."